Hi guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the two federal officers that were actually assaulted uh, going through Matamoros, Mexico, and apparently at the time of this actual incident was in November '99. There was a certain leader for the Gulf Cartel and CDG, and he was actually controlling that actual cartel and it fell under his, like a general, like a general. It fell under his watch. But apparently, he also participated in this actual assault. And these two agents were actually traveling from the U.S. towards an unknown location. Unknown this location. They won't actually mention what they were actually up to. They could have been going to the U.S. consulate. Who knows, And to answer the question, how do they know that these actual two federal agents were actually going through their town? It's hard to actually hide it when you have these two bright license plates, diplomatic license plates, because you have to have some kind of diplomacy, and that would be through the actual State Department, and they offer diplomatic license plates, and they actually hold a lot of power. They hold a lot of power, both in every country, and they apparently they spotted these two individuals in a government vehicle, and it could have been bulletproof, but that can only hold up for so long. So it gets back to the actual big boss, and he orders a security team to actually, intervene. Hold them down, and his uh, his lieutenants actually deploy a team of four vehicles. They catch up to these actual two agents, box them in, and now have them at gunpoint via AK-47s. As they're actually being detained, um, the cartel, the big boss, the leader, he rose up, also armed, and proceeds to tell them, basically, what are you guys doing here? And they took it like they were actually going towards a residence of one of the CDG guys, you know what I mean? One of the cartel guys. It was too close to his home for it to be a coincidence, and they told him to kick rocks, and apparently, well, I would too, you know what I mean? So they actually, retrieved whatever they were up to, and did a report when they came back to the United States. And eventually, when this actual cartel leader he actually got extradited to the U.S. And once he got here, that they gave him that charge of the actual assaulting that two agents, right? And this happened in Mexico, and now this is being tried in a U.S. court, you know. And the way that would fall under, it would actually fall under basically every crime is to be investigated and punished by the law of the land. Therefore, any person accused of a crime against a U.S. citizen that has been taking place in any other country is subject to be investigated and tried by local law enforcement and judicial authority. But since these guys had diplomatic plates, it's almost equivalent if it happened in the United States. Remember, you probably heard stories of people committing crimes in the U.S. and basically they've got some kind of diplomatic immunity Um, their country has to be the one to try them, but if they have so much power, they don't ever get tried. Well, it's vice, it's the reverse of that, you know. And they were found guilty. He was found guilty of this actual crime, and he was tried in the U.S., but the crime happened in Mexico, and he got a little bit extra time for that. But he just they wanted to close that case out, basically. You know, I mean, there was no need for it because he was already going to be serving a few life terms as the actual the leader, you know, of that cartel. But you know, eventually, you know, it got resolved, and that's how they actually go about these actual when they extradite people, and how they come after you with that specific law. And they won't Mexico doesn't take it lightly, but then again, these are actual agreements that they've actually somewhat have to honor, you know. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe.